Welcome.
Wait, no, you gotta...
I guess it's not. Oh.
There it is. Welcome to J&TRE Review Everything.
Live. I'm Trev.
And I am Jake.
Jake's been replaced by some kind of beat booper. That's what we call the robots around here. Beat boopers.
RMD, Review Model Decoy.
Oh, nice.
I am Jake's RMD.
Welcome to the show. It's you're joining us here. It's week 41. We're cruising down Highway of Review 41. That's from a song. You know, cruising down Highway 41.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was born reviewing man.
Not really making a living, just reviewing the best we can.
No, there's no fucking paycheck in this, I'll tell you that. Jake and I are bitter and hateful tonight because there is only hateful and bitter news to report on and to discuss. But on the bright side, we're joined by some of our most loyal viewers. Thank you for joining us again this week, everybody. First off, it's been a while, and I want to make sure you guys didn't think that this sort of thing stopped. It's Wednesday. That means it's Werewolf Wednesday.
Werewolf Wednesday.
In support of the greatest movie we've yet to see, Wolf Cop. It's coming.
Wolf Cop.
It is coming.
Oh God, I'm excited.
It's going to be good. As you know, big fans of the Blank Cop series, Jake and I.
Absolutely.
Any movie where it's just like, well, this is about a cop, but it's got to be more interesting than just being a cop. It's got to be a samurai cop. It's got to be a RoboCop. And now...
Scanner Cop. It's got to be a Scanner Cop.
Got to be a Scanner Cop. And now, it's got to be a Wolf Cop.
Wolf Cop!
We're excited. You should be excited.
That's my
look that up on the Googles. Look that up on the Googles, you guys.
Yeah, Google's that stuff. Cinecu.
Some wonderful independent filmmakers bringing us Wolf Cop. It's a dream come true for them. It's a dream come true for us. We have long promised an eventual screening and review of Wolf Cop.
Yeah, and we just turned in our application for a press kit.
We're trying to get that press kit.
Lowell Dean, Wolf Coppers.
We want that press kit.
We want it so bad. I can taste it. No.
We are chomping at the bit for it. Waiting to sink our teeth in. That's right. But we have to wait.
Yeah.
So until next time, Wednesdays always Werewolf Wednesdays.
Poetasy just joined us in the chat. She says, "Oh hey, this isn't Netflix."
No. Well, you can fool yourself. Sure. This is Netflix. You just selected J&TRE Review Everything Live as the show that you're going to watch streaming.
There was an article on The Onion the other day that was like, oh, the option to just browse forever has been added to Netflix.
Oh, just keep kind of looking. No, I don't want to watch this.
I don't know about that.
No, that's true. That's actually
that's your browse package. Like you don't actually get to watch movies. They just have a bunch of titles.
Like I have a queue on Netflix, and I'm not watching things in the queue. I'm watching like new things that get added.
Yeah.
Like it's like, well, I want to get around to watching Sliders eventually.
Sliders.
But I never do. I never do.
So let's jump right into some questions. We're gonna do
this is a
opening lightning round.
Ooh, man, hitting them hard, hitting them fast.
All right, how about we alternate?
We'll alternate, and then the other one gets to answer the question, right?
All right. Okay. This is lightning round. We're gonna put We're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know how to do that.
We're gonna.
Can we?
Yes.
Is there?
That's just a function of your phones.
Is it?
Yes, usually it's probably into your...
Keep talking, I'm gonna find it.
So we got a lightning round here, partially submitted by my lovely wife, Vanessa Peterson, also with contributions made by Lee LaForge, and also Poetasy, who's joined us here in the chat tonight. So we're going to kind of get through all of these. There are a lot of questions. In the beginning, mostly Vanessa. In the middle, mostly Lee. In the end, mostly Ashley. But there's questions from all of them kind of mixed in there. They kind of set us up. Kind of set us up there. I was a little shocked. All right, so you wanted to go first?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to ask the question?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. 2 minutes.
Lightning round. 2 minutes on the clock. We're gonna get through all these.
Hold on. I'm gonna. No.
Oh my God.
Okay, I got it. I got
Okay.
it. Okay. And go. What are your opinions on the new TMNT movie?
It's too thoroughly rewritten and the turtles look like shit. Okay. What do you think they made all these God movies come out this year, including Son of God, Noah, and God's Not Dead, and Heaven Is For Real? Is there another apocalypse on the year prediction or something?
Well, we try to keep politics and religion out of the show. I would probably say because people really like that stuff.
Yep. It makes money.
Okay. Captain American, what does this mean for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It might potentially mean an incredible shakeup that I'm not even prepared to spoil for everyone listening at home.
But we're going to in our new episode.
So watch that when it comes out. See you in a week or two. All right. What is your perfect ice cream sundae?
Lots of chocolate. Chocolate all around. Love chocolate.
Lots of chocolate. Okay.
Why is puce a color and who invented it?
It's invented in France, and it's based off of the color that fleas would make when you squish them onto the bed or something.
Oh man, that's a minute. Come on, let's go.
Oh, is there a car chase?
No.
Okay. In conjunction, no.
Top.
Okay. What does the red star on the Winter Soldier's arm represent?
He's a Rusky. If you had a half a honey baked spiral ham in your fridge, what would you do to make it for dinner?
I would probably try to put it into a stew.
Okay.
In conjunction with Vanessa's question about God movies, why was 2013 so filled with satanic influence movies?
Because everyone loves the devil. Yes, how can these movies help us survive the coming apocalypse? Will there be a car chase?
They can't, and there will.
30 seconds. Let's see. Ooh, if there's a car chase, how does one learn to hit thousands of other cars, people, and debris without ruining the car you're in?
You gotta remove all the danger model, or the damage models on the vehicles. Okay. Also, I need to know how to hotwire a car.
With the wires.
Okay.
This is now lightning round for the show. Thanks, guys. No, that's you. Okay, kombucha. Love it or leave it?
Leave it. Tastes like vinegar.
Okay, keep going. 10 seconds!
Night Vale, have you given it a go yet?
No, we haven't. If you had to have an Art Nouveau style painting in your living room, who would the subject of the painting be?
Mermaid. It's a mermaid. Okay, have you seen or have you heard about the Culture of Cult show happening on May 1st at the Ordock in Marquette?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Hiawatha Music Festival. Ever been? Would you recommend it to out-of-state travelers?
I have, and I would. That's the lightning round.
We're like 15 seconds over.
We failed.
We
failed this mission that we chose to accept. To extrapolate a little bit, the Culture of Cult show is happening at the Ordock on May 1st in Marquette. There's going to be lots of different pieces of artwork there. Any of our Marquette viewers are in the region and would like to go and see something interesting. There'll be lots of kind of popular art based on like shows and video games and geek culture and stuff like that. Poeticy's got some work that's going to be featured there. And I would suggest anybody who could make it to such a thing, go check it out.
All right.
Support ally of the show, Poeticy.
So, this is a short one. This is an article on Kotaku. Hey, Sony, people are having sex live on the PS4. Well, you put a camera in your system, just like the Xbox One. And
It's a default. You have to have the camera. And they also bundle in a streaming services, so you can stream your videos like really quickly to the internet.
It's like on Twitch or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's like Twitch or something like that. So guess what, guys?
People are boning on the internet. Guess what? People have always been boning on the internet since time immemorial. People will always bone on the internet, and if you give them a device in which they can use to bone on the internet, they're gonna do.
Yep. So now it's basically on whoever's going to be watching these boning channels to report them, or I hope Sony actually has to devote like a division of people to be watching these streams to make sure there's no boning happening on them.
Well, see, that's funny because I know the Wii, like, people get fucking sick of the friend codes. Apparently, if you have a Wii or a Wii U and you want to, like, do online gaming or whatever with other people, because it's a family system, they basically implement a friend code. It's a long-ass code that you gotta write down, then you gotta punch it in. And then you actually have a limit to how many friends you can have on your Wii and Wii U, which is also butts. But, yeah,
I'm a friendly guy. I got lots of friends, Wii. I can't have you telling me, trying to shut down my capability of making friends. You can't contain me, Nintendo!
Yeah, but, I assume it was for reasons like that.
Probably for reasons like that.
So people aren't boning or sexting or, PPs and VVs.
It's quite a world we live in.
That's what happens.
That's not a story. You can just go right past that. That's
Why did you
interesting
have
to me.
that?
I was reading it earlier.
Variety already reviewed The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is a real ball tickler for
again, guys. We've said it before. Variety is like the Wall Street Journal of Hollywood. It's like such a businessman's magazine. And in this case, website, and like their review of it is so clinical and sterile, and it's
this movie will make money. Buy. It's like Mad Money.
Remains a problem, but this overlong superhero sequel gets by on sound and fury and star chemistry.
It's like Mad Money. Jim Caviezel. Was it a Jim? Is it a Jim? Mad Money?
I don't watch Mad Money.
I'm gonna say bye on this Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Don't sell on Spider-Man and the Amazing 2.
We're terrible. That's why we're not on Mad Money.
Oh my god.
Kira Kennedy says it's the same with the 3DS with the friend codes. Yep. See, Nintendo's got a lock on, making sure you're not boning over your video game devices.
Well, at least they fucking saw this apparently as a problem that was going to come up eventually.
People are boning. WWE legend. The Ultimate Warrior.
I'm going to call this the hero or the person of the week.
Person of the week. Ultimate
Warrior. Recently inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and just a day later, as if that was what he was holding on for, has passed away. We will never see someone with that kind of theatrical energy in wrestling again.
No one will ever be able to get away with neon face paint and arm tassels.
Well, those arm tassels it was his look, man.
And he had those crazy eyes.
Well, dude, like I said, go do your.
Don't do it right now. Don't do it on the show. But later on, like in memoriam, go on YouTube and look up some Ultimate Warrior stuff. I think
Ultimate Warrior wrestling promos, where he's just like sitting at the camera and Hulk Hogan.
Or one of my favorite YouTube videos. You
said the guy's name like he was an alien.
Hulk Hogan. Also, one of my favorite YouTube videos is the Ultimate Warrior on Arsenio Hall.
Oh yeah, the guy was crazed, and I loved it.
It was awesome, but R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Now we will never again have that.
Also, we don't have it pulled up, but I know it's in the news for people who watch wrestling. Apparently, who was it? The Undertaker was pulled out of his winning streak by Brock Lesnar, I believe. Yeah.
Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker at... Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he stopped his
Man,
winning streak.
Sometimes...
That's what I hear, Kira. I know you watch wrestling, so give us a...
Man, it's like this shit's scripted or something, It's just, like, come on.
I roll!
Do you get it?
To no one's disappointment... But, actually, I'm kind of disappointed about this. But, rumors are rumors, and...
Moving along here.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't fucking segue or anything.
You're usually our segue guy, Jake.
I am... Okay, we filmed our Captain America review, like an hour before this.
So we're kind of
We have just been drinking coffee.
We're a little reviewed out today.
Just so you know, if you're watching the live show, for the most part, we're drinking coffee. And if you're watching the recorded show, J&TRE Review Everything, we're drinking coffee.
Always.
It just reminds me
Always and forever!
Coffee. Oh my god. Whew. I'm just...
But yeah, we only got like 2 solid hours of reviewing on us any given day before we start kind of losing steam, and you're
we're gonna give you the best show that we can, as we do every Wednesday. But just know I am hopped up on coffee right now.
So Kira Kennedy writes concerning the loss from the Undertaker the other night. Yep, the funniest thing was the reactions everyone had, including myself. What was your reaction? Tell us all about it. Yeah.
I was trying to come up with my best.
Was it like that, or was it like what Jake was doing? It was like...
What?
Which was it? Tell us what your reaction was.
I'm putting that one in my pocket. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
I was like...
That's a good surprise reaction.
While
while we wait for that to get back to us and Kira to respond, the Lego movie directors... Here we go. Phil Lord and Chris Miller. That's
Yeah,
right.
we did a review of this. How did you forget that?
Oh, I didn't hear you jumping forward with their names.
I just wanted to be accusatory.
Oh my god. Okay, so Chris
You're
Miller,
the one.
Yes.
You're the guy.
Yeah, I'm the one. Phil Lord and Chris Miller have had previously been in talks to direct Ghostbusters.
In talks.
What?
No, just there was a good Cracked article the other day where it was talking about all the rumors about Ghostbuster 3, and they were like, who's actually spreading all the rumors? It's Dan Aykroyd.
Probably.
Dan Aykroyd really wants a new Ghostbuster movie.
Guys,
I can't blame him.
just
I think
give
it would
it
be
to him.
awesome.
Okay, but in any case, the Lego movie directors Chris Miller, Phil Lord, they've turned down doing Ghostbusters 3, which is a loss. I think they could have done it interestingly. They could have kept it very funny, very, very lighthearted, very nice, a nice homage to the works that came before. I think it could have been a hit. Maybe it still will be. We'll see who gets attached to it next. But yeah, gosh, Dan Aykroyd, please, can we just do it for Danny?
I want to see it. Listen, I don't care who you are.
Look.
Or what you feel about Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters.
The Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters? That's my favorite movie!
Now, new from Asylum Films. Ghostbusters.
Okay. No, but seriously, how many years of entertainment?
has to burst ghosts. Powers Booth as the ghost.
Ian Zierling.
No one's gonna burst me.
Cal Mitchell. Anyway, seriously, guys, I'm making an appeal. Goddammit! Stop making jokes, guys. Dan Aykroyd has given us countless years of entertainment. He's made us laugh so many times. Let's just give this one to Danny. Can we give this one to Danny? To Danny boy?
Come on.
Please.
Yeah,
I want it.
Let's not think about what happened to
Don't
Blues
think about
Brothers.
you.
Blues Brothers.
Don't think about us. Think about him.
I swear I'm not drunk. It's just all the coffee.
Jeez, oh Pete's. Look at this guy. All right, next bit. Oh, let's see if Kira responded. Kira, what was your reaction?
Kira said he stood up and started shouting profanities at his TV.
Nice. Totally classic overreaction, bro. I love it.
Oh, man.
Okay. In further news of movies, like we talk about anything else at all, Michael Fassbender, who was attached to... See, this is worded so weirdly. The Assassin's Creed movie,
This is a
to
tongue twister.
which Michael Fassbender is attached, is getting a rewrite.
Can I do a request?
Yes.
I'm gonna phone in a request. Bring, bring, bring.
You're calling in on the request line. What's your name and what are you requesting?
Hey, my name is Billy Dean.
Billy Dean. Okay, Billy Dean. What are you calling into here tonight?
Well, I love you guys. Love your show. First time caller.
Do you?
Long time listener.
Do you really?
Okay. This next article that you're talking about.
Go on.
On movieswithbutter.com. I want you to read the title of the article as Cobra Commander.
Okay, we're going to do it.
Yeah, awesome.
Michael Fassbender's Assassin's Creed gets a rewrite. Cobra!
I love it.
Was that good? I thought that was an alright.
I thought you could hiss a little more on the S's.
No, that's... he doesn't... Well... That's when he started turning into a snake that he started doing that. That was when he literally started transforming into a snake.
Michael Fassbender. Assassin's Creed.
Oh, God. Wow, we got pretty far off. Okay, so it's getting a rewrite. Mm-hmm. And if you click on the next tab there, Jake, I can tell you who's rewriting it.
Wait.
The next tab.
The suspense.
Get ready for it.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. No. In all seriousness, though, Adam Cooper and Bill College are doing a rewrite on that.
Wait.
Who are those guys?
Wait, hold on. So Bill College, we have it pulled up. Spoiler alert, Bill College wrote Accepted.
Well, they both did, right? Adam Cooper and Bill College wrote Accepted.
Bill College.
I know, it sounds like
Accepted.
It sounds kind of like
it's
a joke.
like Mark Webb being attached to Spider-Man.
No, that's what they're doing these days. But where have you heard these names before? Well, unless you were a big fan of Tower Heist from 2011, which which was nobody. You haven't. Also, they're doing, but somehow after doing Accepted and Tower Heist, they're now getting tapped to do Assassin's Creed. And also, they've been doing they're going to do the announced Transporter 4. Oh. So my conclusion is that they're somebody's kids. These are somebody's kids or nephews. This is like fucking Harvey Weinstein's fucking nephews. So guess what? Now they get to write movies because they're just such special, God-blessed snowflakes.
Well, here's the thing. I bet it's
bitter! Like my coffee is bitter! That's us.
No, I feel like it's like when, like, you're a grandparent and your grandkids come over and it's like you're trying to do something, but they're all like, what are we gonna do? What's there to do? You have an old people place. And then they're like, oh, just give them like Transporters 4 and like...
Here's some Werther's Originals. Here's some Werther's Originals.
Do you guys want to sit down and write a script while we watch, Murder, She Wrote? You want to write a script for the Transporter? We'll make it into a movie.
Fine.
All right, and maybe Assassin's Creed? You like Assassin's Creed, right?
Yeah, he's got the jumps.
He does the jumps.
That's the thing you remember that game for?
He does the jumps and the stabs!
Phyllis Pearson, 3 minutes ago, says, obviously that coffee is high test. Only the most high-octane racing fuel goes into these fucking cups.
3 scoops that taste so good in a pot.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
You gotta be careful.
Alright, so moving on. I'm sorry, I pulled up a story.
No.
And just seeing it made me start chuckling to myself here. Okay, guys, the sequel that you have all been waiting for has been set for an April 17th, 2015 release. Mm-hmm. Kevin James's Paul Blart Mall Cop sequel. Let that sink in for a second. You now exist in a universe where there's a sequel to Paul Blart.
Ring, ring, ring.
This is... You're calling in the request line. This is Trevor speaking. I'm gonna help you.
Hey, what's going on? I was just wondering if you could maybe make up a rhyme about Paul Blart, the mall cop, in like a robot kind of way. Since we're going with the G.I. Joe thing, the last caller had a good idea. I'm the first caller, long time listener.
You got it. Paul Blart, more like mall fart. I don't know.
Is that your roadblock?
Oh, I thought you said like a robot voice.
No, roadblock.
Oh.
Not robot. Roadblock.
I see. Let me try that again. Paul Blart. That sounds a lot more like mall fart.
No, you gotta be like...
I got nothing.
It's more like, Kevin James is a mall cop. And I know why. Paul Blart's a stinker. And so should I. I don't know, like something like that.
Someone send help. Good God. But in any case, yes, congratulations, guys. That's the world you live in now.
There's a Paul Blart sequel.
Paul Blart sequel. It's coming.
If you watch this movie in the theater, you can stop watching our show right now.
We don't want you.
Get out of here.
We do not
unless it was like, I had to bring my kids,
or unless it's you, Mom, you can keep watching.
That's fair. Trevor's mom has a pass. So does my dad.
These people have passes for life. In further non-movie news...
We have nothing for you this week.
In further movie non-news, Star Wars Episode 7 cast is almost complete, and they're starting filming.
Ian Horn says actors are in place and filming on new Star Wars has already begun.
Great.
Guess what? I have a feeling, and there's no reason that this shouldn't... Okay, when Episode 1 was being produced, it was super, super under wraps. They kept everything hush-hush. I'm not going to lie, I committed a crime several years ago because I watched a ripped copy of Episode 3 before it came out in the theater. It was still mostly unfinished, I believe. That happened. You don't think that nerds are going to get their hands on every kit and caboodle
seriously
of the new Star Wars?
That's the thing, is that why all these movies and TV shows and everything end up online as they're coming out or before they come out? It's that there are people who are all over the industry who are like, fuck them, and then they just put it on the internet for mass consumption.
I have to wonder if at least a few of those times it was like their PR people.
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, we'll do it from like an IP, like somewhere like a coffee, internet cafe if they still have those or whatever. Like we'll do it at like McDonald's Wi-Fi or some shit, and we'll upload it, and then that will be like a viral thing, and then we'll wait like a day, and then we'll find it, and because we know where it is, and we'll pull it down, and we'll be like, oh, we stopped the leak. But it will drive like the people that didn't get it, or the people that don't have access to it will be like, oh, it was leaked, like, oh, I really, or the people that saw it, like. For the most part, I don't think that would work. I remember seeing a really early screener of Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also a criminal as Jacob is, because I've seen that. And that was actually, I want to stand on this. The incomplete version of X-Men Origins Wolverine is a better movie than the finished version of X-Men Origins Wolverine, because then you get like the extra laugh as like they go to like some CG shot, and there's some there's like a Wolverine
storyboard.
Well, it's like a Wolverine like if he was rendered in Reboot, that old TV, like just terrible, like, oh my god. Yeah. And yeah, so that was the maximum enjoyment level out of that.
Yeah, so they're gonna. That's my point though. They're gonna bootleg every part, every piece.
Poetessy writes, do you mean Gem and the Hologram live action movie? No. Here's the thing. I feel like every time I think Hollywood has completely run out of ideas. Like they've got nothing. And they go back and they find some nugget,
just dig in the toy box,
something that existed that there's no following for, that it's
like
a
passing memory of it. Like, oh, I kind of remember that.
Like, oh yeah, Marshall Bravestar or something. Like.
Okay, I would fucking watch a live action.
Okay, I'll be straight up. I would love to. I would seriously. He's got like cougar powers and bear powers and stuff. He's awesome. He's a Native American space marshal. Fucking, like, sunglasses on, deal with it. Like,
I would watch it.
Awesome. But, no,
Doesn't he have a cybernetic horse?
Yes.
That's also like an anthropomorphic, like he turns from a horse into a horseman?
Yes. That's the thing.
That would be okay if Michael Bay, let's turn the clock back. When somebody's like, hey, Michael Bay, do you want to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? We will take a time machine, go back in time, knock that person out, dress as them, go up to Michael Bay and be like, oh, do you want to do Lone Star?
Bravestar.
Or Bravestar? Do you want to do Bravestar?
Bravestar!
Because I would watch that. I don't think there are enough people to piss off as far as Bravestar is concerned, because Bravestar was crazy already. Like, say what you will about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. It's a show called The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles based on a comic book, which was basically a joke. I get it. It's not really supposed to be serious, but people care about it. Star Wars is, people like swords in space. Like,
but you know what nobody cares about? Like, literally nobody cares about?
Bravestar.
No.
Nobody gives a shit.
Gem and the Holograms.
Oh, Gem and the Holograms.
Gem and the Holograms?
Michael Bay.
The only funny thing about it is when people reference was she truly outrageous? Like, that's the only funny thing or interesting thing there. She was like I'm obviously not the person who was watching Gem and the Holograms, although I did watch Rainbow Bright as a child. Yeah. It was very colorful. Anyway. I did not watch Gem and the... Yeah.
That one fuzzy guy?
Murky and Murky, they were like the black and white, villains, and they sucked. Anyway.
It was basically Care Bears.
I did not watch really Gem and the Holograms, which isn't to say that I never saw it on TV, and here's the thing, it seems to be about a girl who wants to get into the recording industry, but she has to have like a secret identity. It's kind of like a pre-Hannah Montana thing, if
I was going to say Dazzler, but...
If Hannah Montana was sort of like a superhero, because then there's this, like, evil band that she fights called, like, the Misfits or something.
Ooh. And I got something to say! Yeah. I killed Gem and the Holograms today!
If any of the things that I just said are not true, I invite anybody on the chat to correct me.
Brant, J&TRE challenge.
But
hit the button.
I can feel I can safely say that nobody cares about Gem and the Holograms. And... if you choose to challenge that, I'll call you a liar because you're not really interested in it either. And that's just a fact. All right,
Got
moving
something
on.
to say.
Speaking
We're
of-
always right today.
Speaking of things that, well, sadly, people have been asking for this. But it's one of those things that as every year ticks by, it becomes a worse and worse idea. Apparently, a Goonies sequel is in the works, says director.
Yeah, this is an article on People magazine. Yikes.
The 1985 cult classic is being revived by the film's director, Richard Donner, who tells TMZ, we're doing a sequel. I love how generic this article is written.
Yeah.
Like, says director, there is a sequel coming.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're going to announce it first here on Jake and Trevor Review Everything Live. We know that you're watching, people, and we would like to issue a correction to your article. There was already a Goonies sequel, I'm sorry.
Was there?
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Jake.
Goonies 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
That's right. And in that one, Mikey and the guys, they save a mermaid from the Fratelli. Sounds legit. I mean, I don't know. Seems like a jump between a pirate ship and hidden pirate treasure to there being a real life mermaid in the world. That's just an obvious logical step.
Yeah, all the doorways and the Eskimos and the superheroes and the glasses and the punching walls. The endless punching walls.
Makes total sense. So you heard it here first, folks. The Goonies sequel will be about Mikey and all the others saving a mermaid from the Fratellis. And it'll be the same mermaid that we referenced in that Art Nouveau style from the question from the lightning round. See, that's how you connect segments. And that's how you connect segments. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, Poetasy says we're meanies. Her father left her the Synergy machine.
Oh God, was her father like
Whoa, hold on. What's a Synergy machine? And Jem is the only one who can keep the record company going. So it's all about saving like a family record company with a Synergy machine? Tell me more about the Synergy machine. We'll come back to this. Okay.
I wonder how many like record executives were like, you know what really inspired me to get into the business?
What's that?
Jim and the Holograms.
Probably. Oh my God.
See, okay, good news.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
okay. No.
We can differ.
No.
I don't have a problem with that.
No.
I think
Obviously,
this is good news.
Obviously, I'm on the fence. This is sort of good news, but probably not.
There's nothing you can do wrong with this thing. Okay, before
Hold
we
on.
announce
So
it,
you're saying there's nothing that could go wrong here?
no,
Wow.
nothing.
Your optimism is inspiring.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna flip the script on this and say, okay, this is how I'm gonna start off before we even talk about what we're talking about. 21 Jump Street got remade. What was your reaction when they were like, they're making a 21 Jump Street movie?
Come on.
Right. What was your reaction when you saw it? Had good writers, had good people
I
on it.
left.
So this is from the Hollywood Reporter. Key and Peele of Key and Peele fame
I'm a Peele fan.
are to produce
Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, I believe, are their full names?
I believe so. We know you guys watch. If we got your names wrong, we're sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Key and Peele. We don't mean any disrespect. We know you're among the endless list of top-notch celebrities and studio executives and video game producers who all watch Jake and Trevor Review Everything, along with all you regular folk out there.
You know, we try to dumb down the numbers for you guys. I mean, we would say right now that we have 6 viewers, but in fact, it's more like 1,006.
You're right. And those 1,000 are all very important Hollywood types.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The future of video games and movies hinges on every word that comes out of our breathless mouths. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm not trying to brag.
So, Key and Peele have been brought in, or are going to produce a reboot for New Line. So, like, I'm just having on
Does
the edge
New Line still make movies?
I guess they're still a company.
I don't
apparently.
remember the last time I saw a New Line movie.
But you always remember their logo, and
yeah.
so it's like the...
Well, because it was from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, everything loops back around to itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was the two sides of the strip and then the one in the middle, where it's like, what kind of film strip is that?
That's going to get caught in the projector.
Yeah, it's going to go diagonal.
It's going to...
and then the film's going to catch on fire, and it's going to do the melty thing.
And then Tyler Durden's going to piss in the soup.
Boop.
But, wow, we buried that. Key and Peele are going to produce a Police Academy reboot. Police Academy.
Awesome.
Hold on. Stop. You haven't listened hard enough yet. Police Academy.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm 100% down.
Here's the thing. Key and Peele are very, very funny. Okay? However... But this was a film series that so thoroughly ran its course. I just don't know what the point is. I just don't know what the point is. Are they going to be in it, or are they just producing it? Do they love
Of course they're going to be.
Do they love
Are
Police?
you kidding me?
Do they love Police Academy so much that they want to produce this?
I think it's going to be like 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah, they can get Steve Guttenberg to pop in for a cameo.
Well, yeah, I suppose they
Like
would.
at the end?
Obviously they would. Okay, they're going to do a few things that you already know they're going to do. They're going to have Steve Guttenberg for a cameo.
Sure.
It's going to be a lot like the original.
Probably also the sound effects guy who nobody's who's Michael Winslow.
Michael Winslow.
I was gonna pretend. See, I was gonna act like I didn't even know, and like we didn't know what his name
don't
is.
Play. This is Jake and Trevor review everything.
All
We
right.
know people's
I'm gonna play.
Don't play.
Don't play.
But yeah, it's.
Well, speaking of not playing, here's the thing: America's not sold on Key and Peele. You and I are sold.
What?
And maybe you guys are sold.
Seriously?
Yeah, America's not sold on Key and Peele. Here's the thing.
When did this happen?
Go watch a Key and Peele clip online. And at the end, Key and Peele themselves will appear, out of character, to plead with you the audience,
No, I don't
to watch their show, because it's not just an online thing, you guys, they say. It's totally on TV, and our best things, they say, are on TV. And I have to believe that they're not just doing this because they think it's funny. Surely they're doing this because their ratings for their television program are flagging.
You just nailed it. You just nailed it, though.
What?
The ratings for their television program.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in the 18 to 34?
Something like that.
We're in that demographic. And I can tell you I don't fucking watch TV.
Hold on, Jake. We might have I'll call it an Inception moment, because it's not really Inception, and I can't think of what the movie scenario that fits this better is.
I'll think of it while you're saying it.
But are you suggesting that TV is a dying media format, that in the future people will have television shows on the internet that people watch like they do on TV programs, and that as time marches forward, irrevocably, that will become the new center of the home and media experience?
Yes.
Incepted.
Was
where I was slowly drawing that conversation around to myself.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's, that's probably why they were begging everyone to watch it on Comedy Central, because, here's the thing, the internet runs on a sketch comedy format. Obviously, we have a half an hour show on the internet. That's a little weird. Mm-hmm. It's, our shit's awesome, but it's not the regular stuff.
And an hour-long live show.
Boop. But the idea of, like, YouTube and stuff, it's all sketches.
Right.
You're talking about, you have to capture somebody's attention within the first 3 seconds, and then you have to hold it for about 5 minutes. It's sketch comedy. Mm-hmm. So when you take a show like Key and Peele, and you cut it into its sketches and put it online, people are probably more willing to watch the individual sketches, even like back to back.
Sure.
I know you and I have sat here and watched like a series of sketches. We could have watched like 2 episodes in the time that we sat down and watched the individual sketches on YouTube.
Right. Now,
but nobody's going to sit down and be like, you want to watch Key and Peele for an hour or half an hour?
Right. But here's the thing, is that nothing's free. The show costs money to produce.
Right.
And that until a way to monetize internet viewing,
They already have that on YouTube.
but they don't really. Not really. Here's the thing. I just don't... You watch a clip, and let's say maybe you don't have... Okay, but here's the thing. You don't have, like, a mechanism on your device or on your TV, except for DVR. I know about that. But you don't have a way to skip over, like, commercials while you're watching live TV. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing is I can put an ad block on my browser, and I can prevent YouTube from launching all of its ad videos.
Well, what about this, though?
What I'm getting to with this, what I'm trying to say, is that we are in a kind of a lawless time where the new paradigm of internet viewing, brothers, is not yet fully implemented. Thank you. And sisters. Is not yet fully implemented. And so we're going to see this kind of weird transition where a lot of talented people who do have the foresight to say the internet's the future are going to be kind of lost in the cracks while America and the world transitions from a TV entertainment paradigm.
I don't know. We've been doing it. We've been struggling to transition for many years. At least a few years. A couple of years. My point being is they still make money on ads and stuff. Adblocker does, that's a huge chunk. That's like, I think somebody crunched the numbers and it was like between like 20 and 50% of people that watch videos have like some sort of ad blocker or something, which, guys, if you see a show that you like...
Yeah. Not to sit here and be socially conscious about it, but it is important as video guys.
I'm sure we banged this drum before, but...
We have. And you've probably seen a few videos in your time online where someone says, hey, money from internet ad revenue is where I get my bread and butter. So if you enjoy my show and you watch it regularly, please just sit through an ad. Can you please sit through an ad?
I feel like
whitelist my site and keep watching.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you bring up a good point, and I'd like to riff on this a little bit, if I may.
Sure.
I feel like people are going to get lost in the transition because think about how I believe NBC was talking about pushing, like, I think it was I want to say like in October or November, they were talking about pushing back Parks and Rec and Community, which are fan favorites. Pretty much everyone that I've talked to that have seen those two shows like those two shows. Mm-hmm. So nobody's ever been like, I love it. I know people that love it, but NBC is saying, oh, well, we're trying to put new shows into rotation because we're not getting enough viewers. So what's happening is that the system that is already set in place isn't working for them because you and I are on the internet watching things. We're on Netflix, we're on Hulu, we're on YouTube, Mm-hmm. So the viewers that enjoy these shows, like I always watch pretty much every show on Hulu. Mm-hmm. If it's cool because it comes out like the next day, mm-hmm. the day after it airs. Sometimes even like there are some shows that come out even earlier than that. Mm-hmm. The point being is that the system is it's lopsided because all the ad revenue is getting dumped into TV, where it should be getting dumped into we know ad execs are out there. I'm not plug your ears. I'm not talking to you, but they should be dumping their money into the internet because that's where everybody's watching. Right. So when a show gets canceled or it underperforms or gets moved to a shittier time slot, that's probably why, especially if it's a fan favorite. Right.
Makes sense.
So, eventually we will transition and people will figure it out. And, then the things that we love will stay up. And then we won't have to do Kickstarters for fucking Veronica Mars, the movie.
So, okay. As Jake gets a beverage here in order, I'm going to address a couple of things written in the chat. Poetasy writes that Synergy transforms Jenica, or Jerica? Is it Jerica? Yeah, it's Jerica.
It's a shitty name.
It's a shitty name.
I'm sorry if any Jericas are watching, but...
Synergy transforms Jerica into Gem. Okay, and that's the only way that they can keep the thing afloat. So let me get this straight. Jerica doesn't have enough talent herself to sell records and to keep her company afloat.
She needs a synergy.
So she needs a...
She needs a synergy machine.
She needs a synergy machine. No, but so she needs some kind of performance-enhancing, like, special magical energy to perform. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good message for the kids. Cyrus McCarter writes, assumedly concerning police academy rank, it can't be any worse than someone trying to make another Naked Gun. You got that right. It just won't work.
It just doesn't work without O.J. Simpson.
He was what sold the show, guys. There's no question about that.
Welcome to Jokes from 1997. Hey, did you hear about Nancy Kerrigan?
Oh, that's hilarious. Dredd 2, concerning the film, the non-existent currently film, Dredd 2, sequel to Dredd, Carl Urban promises that the team is still trying to make a sequel. He's on board, he's excited about being Dredd again. He knows you're excited, he knows Jake's excited.
I'm excited?
And you guys can look this up later, of course. He even has a little message where he kind of does, speaks into, like, looks like his camera phone to let everyone know that he still believes.
Oh, no.
What?
I didn't know that. Dredd grossed only $13 million domestic and $36 million worldwide.
With a budget of about $50 million. Well, you know what? That's $49 million. They lost $1 million.
No. I think domestic is plugged into worldwide.
No. Most of the time, well, it might be, I guess, but most of the time I notice that they kind of separate what's made domestically from what's made in the rest of the world as amounts. So
it's either
most optimistically they lost $1 million on this. Least optimistically, they lost $14 million on this.
Which is bullshit, because, again, if you haven't seen Dredd
kicks balls in, dude!
Dredd is the RoboCop remake you wanted.
It's the one you deserve.
Dredd is the best case scenario for a RoboCop reboot. I haven't even seen the new RoboCop reboot. I'll probably see it at some point. Kind of have to,
right.
But you know.
Right.
When I saw Dredd, I was like, "That's RoboCop. That has the feel of Robo. It has the heart."
Mm-hmm. So yeah, look that up online. There is a. I
think that was on Slash Film.
Slash Film. If you go to Slash Film, they have a story about it, and there are also some links there to the petition, where there's got a petition going, assumingly to the studio to try to.
Petition yet?
We have not yet.
We
will. We will. I promise.
2000 AD. That should be the sequel. 2000 AD.
For those of you who think that The Walking Dead is too depressing,
I'm so glad we made an Asylum joke earlier.
For those, you guys act like we don't have a well thought out live show that's connected material between different things. Totally do. There's so much writing going on behind the scenes that you guys don't see.
Everything we say is scripted.
Right, there's actually a teleprompter. We're very clever. There's actually a teleprompter right now, and we're so scripted, in fact, that when I repeated the line, and then also this explanation, that's also on the teleprompter. I'm saying every word that I'm supposed to say. There you go. Okay, but
that
anyway,
pause was on there too.
It said pause for about 4 seconds, then look at Jake. And then look back at the camera.
We're still reading off the teleprompter. Are we
reading your mind
yet?
God. But for the, I just heard an alarming noise, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get. We're gonna have a moment of silence, and we're gonna try to see how alarming this noise is.
What's going on, dude?
It's just the wind. It's fine. What's that? Cyrus McCarter writes that Dredd is in fact fantastic. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And Todd Jake Silvis has come. He's late to the party.
Okay, we need to.
What? What are you, drunk now?
No, I am not drunk. I just, I'm starting to develop a headache. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll quiet it down for you.
We're gonna bring it down.
We're gonna bring it down. The
smooth sounds, J&TRE review ever.
But for those of you who thought the Walking Dead is too depressing and dark of a series about the zombie apocalypse, the Sci-Fi Channel, that's SYFY, for those of you.
Why did they?
That
happened years ago.
So they didn't have to do sci-fi anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sci-fi and the Asylum, Asylum films, they're going to make a happier, more optimistic zombie TV show.
I love the irony inherent in that.
Carl Schaefer will, from Erie, Indiana, Eureka, and the Dead Zone
I
will
like
serve
how you
as
included that. I like
executive.
Erie, Indiana.
Will serve as an executive producer and showrunner. Z Nation is the name of the show. Will take viewers where no zombie has gone before, says Schaefer. Oh, into space on the USS Enterprise.
This is Jason X all over
The
again.
show, he continues, adds a sense of hope to the horror of the apocalypse. Our everyday heroes take the fight to the zombies. It'll be an epic journey unlike anything you've ever seen.
I think the closest thing to optimism we got in a zombie anything was Zombieland.
Right.
Which was the lauded sequel to Adventureland.
Mm-hmm. I don't think those movies are connected, even though...
No, it was Adventureland, then it was Zombieland.
Oh, see, and then he worked at Adventureland, which was the park that he came back to at the end of Zombieland, but which is now overrun by zombies.
Right.
Those were sequels you didn't know about. In other news, as we take it quietly now for everyone, if we're too quiet, you guys let us know. In other news, Captain America 3 has been slotted for a box office release on the same date as the Superman Batman movie has been released, or planned to be released.
Here's a question to all of our listeners out there. Which movie are you gonna go see?
Which are you more excited for?
Are you
Batman,
gonna see
Superman?
Gonna see Batman versus Superman, or are you gonna see Captain America 3?
You let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
Personally, I'm gonna have a tough time deciding. I'm gonna probably have to go back to back. Make it a double feature.
Yeah, if they're having like a midnight showing for both of them, like you're gonna have to pick. My dad says, "Oh, so someone's gonna make a TV show out of Zombieland." Whew.
You know, they almost did. They
did. There was talks of doing that.
Also, for those of you long-time fans of the show,
this is on the Huffington Post.
This is on the HuffPo. You read HuffPo?
Gross.
You guys been reading the HuffPo?
Gross. Stop saying that.
Don't call it there.
But as many of you know, Game of Thrones Season 4 premiered this weekend to some much acclaim.
Hodor. I'm trying.
Is that like the only thing you know from that?
I'm trying to appeal to our audience that watches this show by referencing it. The Wall.
Yeah. Wow. No. Let's see. Apparently there are plans in this season in particular for more deviations from the books than we've seen previously. So the actress Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark, has apparently been saying that fans of the books are in for a surprise. That's interesting. Allegedly. Let's see what our fans say about the question between Captain America and the Batman, Dark Knight, and Superman movie. Let's see. Captain America 3, no question. Kara Kennedy says.
Poeticy says she's not watching either of them. She's going to watch Gem and the Holograms.
Phyllis Peterson writes Captain America. Cyrus McCarter writes, I heard Chris Evans wants to drop out of acting and be a director from now, make mine Marvel. Yeah, I've heard that too. Captain America is, as many of you who are fans of the comics know, Steve Rogers is not the only person to have donned the costume in the comics, so it's certainly it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Hold on, who else was Captain America? The Punisher?
The Punisher was Captain America for a short time.
He was Captain America in the comics and also in a What If.
Bucky, as the Winter Soldier, then he decides to don the cowl, the mask of Captain America. And a few others.
I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys and say that I'm going to see Batman and Superman.
Ooh, one way to stand alone.
If I had to pick one. Because I hate to say it. I'll probably, if it's a that night only one or the other, I'm going to see Batman versus Superman because whatever happens in Captain America will be cool, but I don't know what's going to happen in Batman versus Superman.
An unknown element, an unknown quantity.
This is a whole new set of things. I hate to say it, but I can wait. on Captain America. I'm sure it's awesome, and I will enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 80% sure. But then Batman versus Superman, who knows what's gonna happen in that?
Oh,
It could be awesome.
It's a fair
It
question.
could be terrible. It could be middling.
And it very well could be the next step in DC kicking themselves into high gear and kind of trying to create the cinematic universe that Marvel already has. Yeah. So it could be the start of something very impressive.
I mean, DC could be sitting here right now taking notes about every little minute thing that Marvel has been doing and figuring out how can we do this better.
And faster, because we got to catch up.
Yeah. And then they pull out all the stops, they strap in and get ready, and they cliche.
Mm-hmm. They pull their bootstraps up, they tighten up the belts.
Put their nose to the grindstone.
They burn the midnight oil. And they could do all these things.
So, I wouldn't put it past them. If that's what they've been... I mean, because everybody knows what Marvel's been doing. It's not really hard to take notes on something that everyone sees.
Yeah, that's true. So, it looks like our fans are overwhelmingly preferring the Captain America release.
Which I don't blame you. I
don't blame you.
But just as a reviewer...
As a reviewer,
Well,
as a reviewer, I can tell you, guys, that as we suggested at the beginning of the broadcast, Jake and I have watched Captain America and the Winter Soldier. We are doing a review about it. It's going to be coming out in probably the Wednesday after next, I'm guessing, is when it's going to arrive. We might surprise ourselves here, but we're just playing it safe.
If we can get it earlier, we'll get it earlier. We usually have a Wednesday review.
So we've been a little reluctant to talk about it because there's lots of stuff to talk about. As we will probably cut from the content of the review and maybe even make it as a separate video. And we've talked about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on the show before. The events of Captain America do coincide with events that have taken place in the last couple episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. There is tie-in. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a unique experience as a television viewer, having these movies connected to TV shows that are on at the same time and everything. Is everybody caught up with that? What are I'd like to hear. Well, no, I don't necessarily want to invite everybody else to start spoiling things in the chat. So
yeah, let's not
do that. But it'll bear some discussion. I'm sure Jake and I will get around to discussing it here in the future after we've given everybody a little bit of time to check these things out.
Yeah, we got about 4 minutes left of the recorded portion. All right, this leads me into the next thing I'd like to say. My dad says as long as they stay away from Super Friends label. Well, you heard it here first. The Wonder Twins are going to be in Batman vs. Superman.
What?
That's insurance. If that actually happens, you literally heard it here first.
Yeah, it's true. Also,
you can go back and be like, oh, episode 41 of Jake and Trevor Review Everything Live.
They said it.
They announced it. No one should be surprised.
Yep.
Insurance.
We're ready. We're ready for that prediction to come true. Nikki Mackey writes, "What are your thoughts about a Goonies squeal?" And
I think it was.
I know. I just wanted to
it does say squeal
though.
Yeah. Goonies.
I think the only way that they could really make this interesting, because personally I don't give a shit about like all those guys as kids, And I mean, granted, when I walked in, or when I saw Goonies for the first time, I didn't necessarily give a shit about the Goonies, like the kids. But I mean, like, are we supposed to believe that... Okay, here you have 3 options. Hold on. 3 options, guys. Number 1. The Goonies in this one are the kids of the original Goonies. That's sort of interesting, but not really. 2.
It's a Goonies reunion with a bunch of old guys.
It's a Goonies reunion with a bunch of old guys.
And I think one of them's dead?
I don't know. Who?
No, I'm thinking of Corey Haim.
He's thinking of Corey Haim.
Corey Haim was not in the Goonies?
Corey Feldman would probably do it. Sean Astin's a real team player. I could see him coming back. The biggest problem is probably Josh Brolin. He's kind of getting to be something of a big star, you know?
What if he was just a total badass? What if it was like the Goonies was like the beginning of The Last Crusade?
Okay.
With, well, you know, when Indy goes and gets the Cross Coronado and...
Mm-hmm. It's like that?
Yeah, and when they cut to the actual movie and Josh Brolin is on a ship.
It belongs in a museum. And option 3 is it's like the Goonies, but it's a totally different group of kids, and for some reason they would also call themselves the Goonies. And the third one doesn't even really make a whole lot of sense.
Well, it'd be like Home Alone 3, where it's like not the same kid, not the same route.
Well, yeah, but
the premise was the same.
But I don't think Kevin McAllister ever, and he might have actually now that I think about it, but I don't think he ever looked at the camera and said, "I'm home alone!" Ah! You know, which would be pretty dumb.
We actually have like 1 minute left on the recorded portion, so let's get through these really quick. Another R.I.P., I believe, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Mickey Rooney passed away.
Mickey Rooney passed away this week.
60 Minutes fame.
I thought that's Andy Rooney.
Oh, shit.
Mickey Rooney was a child actor who...
Too soon.
Too soon.
Inadvertent joke. Too soon.
But no... he was a child actor, and he was in a lot of things, and he was pretty well beloved.
Okay, yeah.
However, in super sad news, I don't even want to say it, but super sad news. Apparently, at the end of his life, Mickey Rooney only had about $17,000 to his name after a lifelong career of being in the movies and entertainment and everything. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
That's like extra sad.
That's your sad of the week, guys. That's the new sad of the week. But apparently, in kind of weird news, now that he's dead, Disney is getting set to revamp and reboot Pete's Dragon.
I've seen it.
You've seen Pete's Dragon?
Have you seen Pete's Dragon?
I may have as a child. I don't recall. It's a live action animated mix, right? The dragon's animated, right?
Yeah. This was actually before, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm. So one of their earlier, mashup things.
It was before Opposites Attract.
Boy, but, the timing! But the timing on this fucking announcement.
I'm sure they would have had to pay him something.
Do you think that they were...
Maybe he was on contract?
Wow, do you think they were just so chomping at the bit to remake Pete's Dragon that's like, oh, fuck, he's dead, let's go! Gotta go! Roll him out, boys! Roll him out!
No, I think probably what it was that, Mickey Rooney dead. Remember what he was in Pete's Dragon? Guess what? We're rebooting it. They're segueing their advertisement into someone's fucking death.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible. It's awful.
Okay. Any other news before we quit?
One last one. Game of Thrones season 5 and 6 confirmed by HBO. This is from Hobo Watch.
HBO Watch.
This is from Hodor Watch.
Hodor Watch. I would go there all the time for my news, even though the bulk of the articles would say Hodor. But no, the Game of Thrones has been renewed for 2 more seasons after this, so it's not going anywhere, folks. It's just going to continue like a big, entertaining, dramatic steamroller. So get on board or be crushed underneath its weight. Jake. No, I'm just kidding. I'm done harping on Jake. Jake's gonna watch it.
You know what, Trev? And just on a last note, in the recorded portion, I was in the book aisle of my local mart, and I saw Game of Thrones, the first book in the Game of Thrones series.
Okay.
And I was thinking, maybe I'll pick this up.
Were you?
No, I'm not gonna.
Oh.
Because you said that. Because you hurt my feelings.
I hurt his feelings, and now I pay the price. The iron price. That was a thing for them, because if they watch the show, they know what that...
I tell you what, if anybody buys me a new copy for myself, and I'm not saying fans of the show.
I want stuff too, you guys. I mean, if you're gonna start sending Jake books, I want some books too. All right?
This is not for my pleasure.
No, he does not want this.
That's what I'm saying. If somebody wants to buy me the first book, I will read it cover to cover.
Poeticy, if you want to buy us a copy of Gem and the holograms,
we will look at the discs from cover to cover.
We will look at these discs. and then do nothing with them. Okay, well that's
We'll use them as coasters.
We're already about 3 minutes over,
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it for the night. We're gonna stick around for a few minutes, smoke some cigarettes, have some after show chat. If you'd like to stick around for that, please do. Otherwise, have yourself a good night.
This week, actually, ever recorded one.
Yeah, we actually got all the way through. So,
Look at that.
well, we'll see you next week, you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.